If you're planning on flying from Calgary to the Cancun airport with your dog in the cargo area, this video is going to answer a lot of your questions. Although I was pretty stressed out planning for this trip, I am so glad that I did come here with my dog because being in Mexico for the winter is amazing. And I'm pretty sure he likes it here too. So in this video, I'm going to explain the paperwork that I needed, how I prepared my dog, the optional calming supplements you might want to consider, and what happened at customs at the Cancun airport. I booked an appointment at the vet for a week before departure. I read on the internet all sorts of different things, but you do want that health certificate to be dated for within a week before you land at the Cancun airport. And these are the calming supplements that I went with. One is a spray that I sprayed inside the kennel on a blanket that I had in there, and the other were these chew things. And yeah, if you check those out online, you could read up on them and see if they work for you. You'll want to get a water dish that can be attached to the kennel gate and filled from the outside, because they will zip tie the kennel closed, so you won't be able to, no one will be able to open it without cutting the zip ties. Well, it's even got a picture of you on it. Hey. So this is where my dog was, up at the front in the cargo area, and I know this because I asked them when I got on the plane, and look at this cute little note they gave me. I did actually go to the Calgary airport about 10 days before departure. I just wanted to see what the people at Westjet had to say. I wanted to find out if there were any common mistakes that were made, if there were any ways I could avoid, pain and suffering for me or my dog. And honestly, I didn't get any super interesting information out of them, but I really have to say that I felt calmer and more prepared after that brief visit to the Calgary airport. So I recommend you do that if you're really, really nervous, because I was really, really nervous. The best way to prepare your dog is to prepare yourself. And then once you've prepared yourself as well as you can, then you need to show your dog what's gonna happen. So I had a really special friend help me with this process. He's an energy worker and he's into all the woo-woo things. And whether or not you're into that, you can't argue with the fact that your dog can read your mind. So this will work. If you sit with your dog and imagine the airplane where you and your dog will be during the flight. So I was actually sitting right on top of the wing and he was pretty much right under me and a little bit forward. So once I got on the plane, I was just above him. I was really close and we were on our way. And in less than 5 hours, we were going to be together again. So I encourage you to do something like that with your dog. You can even show your dog this video and maybe it will help your dog understand what's going to happen. And although I didn't know what was going to happen at the Cancun airport, you can be a lot more prepared because you've watched this video and you can actually see where you're going to be and what it's going to look like. Here's a little video that I made actually at the Cancun airport. So as soon as I came out from getting my passport stamped, there's the oversized luggage right here. So I'm just waiting for Dirk right here. And then I went over and grabbed my suitcase, and while I did that, he had many admirers. He was the only dog in the airport, and he was very popular, and I think that made him very happy because I couldn't actually get him out of his kennel at first because he was zip tied in there, and I had no way to cut the zip ties. So I, poured some water into his water dish from the outside because I was able to do that, grabbed my suitcase, and headed over to customs. The customs part was honestly the most stressful leading up to, but in reality, it wasn't stressful at all. It was absolutely amazing. Everything went super well. I knew they were going to throw out the blanket that was in there. I had a Ziploc bag of enough food for a couple days. That was fine. They did a quick examination of him, picked him up and put him on the table. I think they were kind of just looking for fleas and ticks and stuff like that, which they of course didn't find any. They looked at my health certificate and the rabies vaccination, and we were on our way. It was easy peasy, so simple, no hiccups at all. And so I read all sorts of horrible things on the internet. I even have a friend that had to pay money to bring his dog into Mexico. I don't know. I guess I was lucky, but everything went super smoothly. I had arranged for a ride through friends, so I had a really lovely Canadian couple waiting for Dirk and I, and we had a super awesome drive, away from the Cancun airport, and everything was amazing. So I think that's everything. Let me just check my list here. That's everything I wanted to share with you, but if this video is missing anything, please comment below your questions and I would be very, very happy to answer them if I can. And if you're someone like me who believes that you're supposed to design a life that you don't need a vacation from, then I hope that this video is going to encourage you to pack up your dog and head to Mexico for the winter, or maybe permanently if that's your jam. All right, thanks for tuning in. My name is Lindsay Berry, and you can learn more about me and my marketing business at yycfempreneurs.com.